let's talk about Terrifier 2. I know, I am very late to the game here, but I really don't care. Anyways, I loved this movie so much. And I know that these aren't like the authentic flower glasses, but I was gonna order them. That was probably annoying on the microphone. I was gonna order them, but they were kind of expensive and I didn't know if they were gonna arrive in time, blah, 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 whatever, who cares? So, if you don't know, Terrifier 2 is all about the return of Art the Clown to Miles County, where he must hunt down and destroy a teenage girl and her brother on Halloween night. So, I did watch the 43-minute YouTube video on the behind the scenes of how they made this film, and it was so cool. So if you haven't seen it and you want to watch it, go do it, or not, whatever, I don't care. Terrifier 2 is obviously the sequel to the first Terrifier, and in my opinion, it did not disappoint. It has a really good storyline. I think the acting was pretty good too. The gore, it was extreme, but also really great. And it reminded me of those like classic 70s and 80s horror films like Bay of the Blood, where they have like these extreme close-ups on like the deformed body parts, like the heads and the legs and the backs and the elbows and the eyes. And it definitely pulled some elements from Nightmare on Elm Street with like the dream sequence of pulling the sword into the dream. I love the cast too. Lauren Lavero is probably my favorite final girl right now. Actually, I'm not gonna say probably, I'm gonna say that with fact. She is. Also, towards the end, she had some supernatural elements, which I'm not mad about. And I gotta say, I hope that if they make another one, which I'm assuming that they will, they don't try to explain like the supernatural parts. Like, I hope they just don't go into too much detail about it. Just like, let it be. And I really hope that they never try to explain like who or what Art the Clown actually is. Obviously, we know him as a vicious killer clown, and that's all we need to know, you know? Let's just keep it as a mystery on why Art picks the victims that he does, and like oh my god, I cannot speak, and how he can control the little mini-me, the little demon girl. So in a way, Art the Clown kind of reminds me of like the OG Michael Myers, like 1978 Michael Myers. Because we don't know why or where they actually came from. We don't know what really motivates them, and of course, they don't talk. I think we can assume that Art the Clown's diet consists of human flesh and human hearts. I don't mind. I think the scariest character in this film was actually the mom. Some like subconscious fear triggered inside of me when she was yelling at Jonathan. Like, I wouldn't want to piss her off, you know? And I really liked the character of Jonathan. And usually, kids in horror movies piss me off, but I liked Jonathan. He actually reminded me of myself, you know, sitting alone in my bedroom, just immersed in real creepy shit. That's me. Speaking of the mom and Jonathan, Art the Clown really made a whole ass meal for Jonathan to come home to, with his mom sitting at the head of the table with her head all bashed in. That was iconic. And then Art served her some mashed potatoes. I love mashed potatoes. All right. Yes, we're gonna talk about the bedroom scene. So this scene went viral and really made the rest of the population who doesn't like to have fun really upset. Get over it. It was a fun scene, all right? It was great. It was deranged. It was disgusting. It was nasty. And it was fucking awesome. Check out the behind the scenes video that I was talking about in the beginning of this video, because they show how they did it. And it's really fucking cool. I will say that the movie was long. Yes, it was. But once it was over, I wanted to go back and rewatch it again. I wanted more. So let's talk about some of my favorite scenes. Gosh, let me think, because it might be a little hard for me to narrow it down, because I love the whole movie. I loved when Art the Clown uses the other mom's head as a candy dish, and the kids are like, "Oh, it's sticky." Also, the scene where Art is holding the Halloween store employee's head, in the window, and the little kid is like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cool." Yes, little kid, it was so cool. And I know I'm not a dude, but the scene where Brooke's boyfriend is peeing outside and Art stabs him a bunch of times in the dick. I cringed. So if you're a dude and you watch that scene, tell me how that made you feel, or not, because I might not want to know. So with the ending, we have to assume that we're going to be getting another film, I'm hoping. And also not to mention the millions and millions of dollars that this second film was made on a very small budget. I mean, that should help, right? Overall, the film was so fun and it was so good. And the filmmakers and the writers and the directors and the makeup artists, production team, etc., deserve everything because the film was everything. I might even have to say I liked this one better than the first one. I don't know. I gotta go rewatch the first one again and then decide. So, okay, let's talk about some of my favorite reviews on Letterboxd. Okay, this first one, just want to know what brand of detergent Art used. I have to agree because he had a lot of blood stains on him. This next one, I cannot believe I live at a time in which Art the Clown is running I'm not going to say that word. Circles around goddamn Michael Myers. And I'd have to agree. Tricycling. This next one, Art is me when I'm silly. This next one, Pennywise could never. I mean, I love you, Bill Skarsgård, but sorry. Michael Myers is out. Art the Clown is in. I didn't need to see Art do laundry to get blood stains out of his clothes, but I'm glad I did. And that's it. That's all I have for that. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this was entertaining, and I'll see you when I see ya.